the news, so there's really no excuse not to listen to the Neil Archer Show. Well, chaps, well, some new details have emerged, it seems, about the helicopter and passenger plane crash at, I believe it was Ronnie Reagan Airport, an airport that I've flown into and out of on several occasions. So there's a headline here: new details emerge about female pilot Rebecca Lobach shocking negligence before helicopter plane collision near DC Reagan Airport. Now, almost every media outlet, is treating this as kind of pilot error, or as they say here, shocking negligence. And I don't believe that. The passenger plane was lit up like a Christmas tree, and the plane and the helicopter were more or less flying directly head on. Now, a plane landing has a landing light, especially at night, which is like an enormous headlight on a car. So it's kind of, you can't miss it. So to say that this was negligence, I think is crazy. I personally think it was deliberate. This woman, she ignored orders from the chap who was, she was on some kind of a test flight, or one of these flights where they assess your ability. So there was another pilot in the cockpit with her who was I don't know whether he was actually a trainer as such, or a whatever, but he was a senior warrant officer, I believe, which means that she was actually a higher. She was a lieutenant, I believe, so it meant that she was a higher level than he was. However, if he was effectively the captain of the aircraft, she should definitely have taken notice of what he said and obeyed the order that he gave her, which I believe was to turn left away from the plane. I find it difficult to understand how he could have allowed the aircraft that effectively, although he's not flying it, he's kind of in charge of it, how he could allow it to be in the situation that it got into. He must have known that they were, well, I believe he did. They knew that they were too high. They were above the level of height that they were authorized for. And surely, you must say the plane was lit up like a Christmas tree, so he'd know if he was in the cockpit that they were going straight towards it. I think, for whatever reason, I think she basically did it deliberately, and whether it was a suicide or there's some other kind of nefarious thing behind it, whether she was one of these people that might have been brainwashed under MK Ultra or what they call it, I don't know. But I really, the one thing I do think it can't be true is that it was just a big accident, a big mistake. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. Well done if you got this far, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers for now.